the day. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll get him down right at the 25.
Yo.
And he opted for the touchback.
Yo.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last
Oh, now
week.
niggas, don't start dropping like flies now.
For about 3, it's second down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On
Fuck, he get hurt on the third play from scrimmage.
Over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. That's going to be caught by Moss. Touchdown! A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
Deshaun.
Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Oh, good move. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Man, Defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, it's Watson. And Davis with it left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, Davis. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go.
Twins still in the hunt.
For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that. I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable, because so many of them were 982 and counting.
No gain on the play there, second down. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Touchdown, Bears!
Fucking horrible angles.
Great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the try here for the point after.
We were playing twin on that one.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
AKG, I don't know if he's still on, but, bro, man, Madden be favoring DJ, bro. That should be pissing me off. That nigga beat the hell out of Twin yesterday, and then none of his niggas get hurt. When I'm beating the hell out of Twin, all my niggas got hurt.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0.
I just need these niggas to know that I don't appreciate that shit.
Now Watson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun. Watson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard.
If all this nigga gonna do is run the ball the whole game.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Sanders. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10.
Okay.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Vick. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The left side completion to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way game. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Vick into the slide, and he's got the first.
that was an authentic Michael Vick play just
Certainly
then.
making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On 1st down, Tomlinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs.
Oh, come on, KP.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Try that again.
From the gun, Vick. They look for Pitts again. This time he's got it. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Davis to run again on second. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Sanders now to return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to miss it that bad.
They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the 39, Vick eluding the pressure right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Vick to throw it. Right back to Pitts again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
I'm glad I looked at it.
They will indeed go for it. Vick. Man open, it's Moss complete.
Don't worry about it.
Touchdown!
Don't worry about it.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st down, Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Watson getting this ball out wide for Davis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of know, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. A dump off for Davis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road,
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
Leakage.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Vick, option right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Vick. This complete to Jones. Touchdown, Bears! Julio Jones. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears open the lead up to 34-0. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the
come on, Deshaun, you got this. You got Jerry Rice, bro.
His leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from a trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. The best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo.
What about all the other touchdowns, Charles Davis?
A very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go again with Davis. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ah, come on.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
I put it up. Come on, put it up.
And he's
He didn't get that bitch, though. Come on.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
Share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now here's Vick. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They go again to Tomlinson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 37. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Watson's throw going to be caught by Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. That'll be caught by Rice. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Need a Lauren Taylor to say, I'm going to take off this play.
But that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Parking with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away.
Well,
Well,
I'm
what
out.
we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look,